Welcome to this week's Dramatic Drama Weekend. All I have to say to begin this review is they killed off the comedic relief in the second episode, so what follows is a lot of teenage angst. Shut Up Flower Boy Band is, to put it in simple terms, an unconventional drama. It starts off with a high school rock group, Eye Candy, who are trying to make it big in the music industry. After being transferred to a new prestigious high school, they are forced to meet on a daily basis, face to face with their rivals, Strawberry Fields. I highly appreciated the Beatles reference. I did not appreciate what they did. From this rivalry comes the most unnecessary, heartbreaking, writer-floggable event in the history of dramas. They killed Byung-hee! That's what I said. The members of Strawberry Fields killed the leader of Eye Candy, Byung-hee. Okay, so they didn't actually kill him. They beat him up pretty bad and then he was hit by a car. However, he wouldn't have been there if they hadn't called him out, so I'm going to say that they killed him. I also believe that if it wasn't for Byung-hee's muse flirting with his second in command, he wouldn't have died either. I feel like it needed to be said. After Byung-hee's death, Eye Candy lands a contract with a record company after their song Jaywalker makes it big on the internet. For the rest of the drama, you're just going to have to watch it yourself, or watch the rest of my review, because I always ruin the ending. Always. You can cry about it later. How can I even begin to explain my love for the side stories? Oh, I know. One letter. Oh! I feel like that sums it up pretty well. Though I didn't actually care for his character's love story in this drama, I appreciated him as a character. He worked very hard at his craft and he was the only one who seemed to be taking the record deal seriously. But at the same time, he was committed to the group wholeheartedly, even when he had the chance to go solo. Respect! For his side story alone, I would watch this drama. Now the next side story I'm about to bring in may surprise you. I'm making her a side story because this was once again an unconventional drama that focused on the bands and the events that happened with the band. And that is the side story of Suwa. I personally did not appreciate her character, though she was needed to add more trouble for the band so they would have a lot of hardships to go through during their training days. That's great now, but personally I hated how much she whined about how hard her life is. Oh, I'm so sad that I'm not rich anymore. Okay, have you met your boyfriend? His mom abandoned him. All of his teachers hate him. His best friend was killed right in front of him. I think you need to seriously reconsider what you consider to be a tragedy in your life and sit down while you do it because no one wants to hear from you. The side story of Kwon-jung and Ha-jin was pretty much adorable. In my opinion, they brought the feeling of what a band in Korea in their trainee days would feel like. They were like brothers, they fought a lot, however they would always make up in the end, and they portrayed their characters so well that I did believe that they were a part of this band that was trying to make it. I didn't just see them as actors playing a part, they were a part of Eye Candy. So in the end, they made this story for me. That and Byung-hee, oh, it's okay, I'll get over it, I will get over it one day. Well, I wouldn't exactly call him sassy, but he was the main lead. So I'm gonna have to change the scale for him, as this is kind of messing up my system. So I'm going to base it on his leadership skills. And Ji-hyuk gets a solid 5 out of 5 on that scale. Ji-hyuk, oops, I was getting those two confused. Ji-hyuk was exactly what that group needed. If he would freaking get the confidence! He needed to stop letting the band just do whatever they wanted and breaking the rules. A leader needed to be set in stone that he follows the rules so the rest would make it through. And that wasn't the only flaw that he had. I honestly did not like him. Not because he wasn't attractive, or because his voice wasn't beautiful, which it was! But he was basically the Paris to Eye Candy's Troy. Everything that went wrong could be blamed on Ji-hyuk. Including the disappointing ending when they were about to make it big in Japan and they were coming back together and everyone was willing to fight for the Eye Candy and they were all so supportive of each other and saying, yeah, let's go, rah rah rah. And it was making me so happy. And what does he go and do? I wanted to strangle him. I wanted to strangle him. Did anyone else feel this way? They were this close, they were this close, they were this close to getting back goes to L, because I can do what I want. I never called him by his character's name because to me he's L, and that's the way it is. And he gets a solid 8 on the jerk face scale. He was mean for no reason, and he had no manners. He almost gets hit by a van. That seemed to happen a lot in this drama. And the girl was being nice and trying to help him make sure that he was okay, and what does he do? He gives her the stink face and just walks away all rude. And he acts like a jerk to her for the rest of their lives, even when they're kind of starting to date. And he's like, ha, like I'd ever date you. I'm too cool for you. I'm gonna go play my guitar. I'll pick you up at 8. It's a good thing Elle isn't really like that in real life. In this drama, there were more loser nice guys than there are fish in the sea. First, you have the leader of Strawberry Fields. Sunghyun was the loser nice guy to Jiok and Soa's relationship. And he gets the rating of, "Your boy me, so sit down and shut up." I didn't like anything about his character, which I think was the point of his character being in the drama anyway. He was obviously there to be the contrast between eye candy struggle and the world that they were entering in. So the acting was quality. Good job, I hated you a lot. Now the next 2 losers, I found their story to be rather innovative for a drama. One of the reasons why is one of the loser nice guys is actually a loser nice girl. The other was the drummer, Duil, who was hopelessly in love with the loser nice girl, Wookyung. It was just a drama filled with losers! I'm not sure if it was because the writers were just having a particularly bad month when they started writing this, or this was the drama where they dropped off all of the cast-off loser nice guys from past dramas. Come along, Friedrich, we just don't simply have the room for you in this drama, so we're going to have to put you in the reject closet. Come on! There are a lot of loser nice guys in there. YunJiKim, he grabs her arm forcefully. What is it? How long has it been since we cleaned up the reject closet? I do believe the last time is when we used a bunch of them in Boys Over Flowers. Chinese pants, that's a long time. Indeed. Well, what are we supposed to do with all of them? I can't fit Friedrich in here unless I get a really long stick and shove him in. While I'm writing this drama, we could probably fit 4 or 5 or 7 in here. That's not a bad idea. I like the way you think. Oh, stop it, you. In the end, what I found very interesting about these 2 stories is that they ended up together. It was like the moment I had been hoping for so many side stories, where you can tell that these 2 are perfect for each other. So I give it the rating of the pathetic couple of patheticness. However, separately, their rating's a little bit more harsh. I give Wookyung the rating of the most pathetic loser nice girl that should have been on the doormat scale, because she would have done anything for Jiwook, but he never noticed her. And Duil will get, I am too scared of his family to even make a comment on his loser patheticness. But he really was a sweetie. He just was a loser. But he won in the end, so maybe he's not a loser. Pretty much yes. I wish that Eye Candy was a real K-pop group so I could fangirl over them, because their music was just so awesome and inspiring, and they were just so cool and they were on stage and Eye Candy's already! I mean, yeah, it was good. It was pretty good. Yeah. The entire drama itself was worth my time. However, it broke my heart in the end. When they were up on stage and you saw their potential, where they could have gone, how far they could have gone. And they're singing, and then there were the shots of Byung-hee while they're singing Jaywalker, and all the memories come back and you're just losing your mind and bawling your eyes out. I just wanted them to stay together. It was one of those stories that you just loved so much and you didn't want to see their adventure end, but you know it had to end. It was like Romeo and Juliet, but with music. I definitely recommend this drama. If you'd like to see me review one of your favorite dramas, then head to our website, NamasteDwaejiKim.blogspot.com, click on the tab titled Mindy the Prima Donna, and off to the right there's a poll where you can vote for the next drama that I will review.